Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and model up these Chinook blades. I just have this picture up here and I notice it kind of looks like a flag. The top is very dainty on this. I'm going to end up having to put a disc up there. I'm going to increase it, make it more robust so that it'll hold up. It's one of those things where, yes, you can model it, but boy, I don't know that modeling's worth it because I think it's just likely to break. It's got this general flag shape. I estimate on my model that's going to be about 4 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Fusion and make that. I've done some thinking about this. I'm going to actually cancel that. I'm going to right click and hit a new component. I'm going to make a center hub that is going to serve as like a disc that holds the propeller blades, and I'll end up doing symmetry. I'm going to sketch that down here at the center. I'm going to be very careful because I'm going to want to use symmetry later. I'll make my hub 0.75 inches in diameter. I'm going to extrude it both ways because I'm going to want this axis later when I want to twist the blade. So I'm going to change to symmetric and I'm going to go down both ways. Let's see, that's 0.1, that's 0.2 thick. So I'm going to go up to and make it, that's going to be a total of 0.3 thick. I'm going to hit OK. That'll work very well. Things will be aligned. This will just sit on right here. It'll be connected to the follower going down to the bevel gear, and then I'll have the blade sticking into that. So I'm going to design the blade in the same one. So coming out, I said 4 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and sketch. Oops, I need to start it as a new part. What am I thinking? Right click, new component, blade. All right. Okay, let's go ahead now. I'm going to draw in that center and keep everything nice and centered. I said 4 inches, so I'm going to do a rectangle that's 4 inches long, and then go by sight from there. So I'm going to go 4 inches, and then I'm going to go 0.375 and see if that looks like the for tab 0.375. I'm just doing this by eye. It looks reasonable for the flag, I think. Yeah, I'm going to enter it. I'm going to check my Chinook. I want to take out another part of that to make it the flag, so I'm going to do another box. Again, I'm just kind of doing it by eye. Let's see, I want to go from here and what looks right. Alright, so that was 0.375. I'm going to go about that distance, and then tab 0.25. That way I know that little line there is 1/8, which is helpful. I'm going to need to know that a little later. Alright, I'll finish this sketch. I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to extrude this in the same level just because it's going to make life a little easier. So to do it in the same level, centered on that horizontal plane, I'm going to go either way. I want to go a total of 1/8 of an inch, so I'm going to go 1/16 with my extrusion. That goes a 16th up and a 16th down. That's 2/16. So yeah, that's going to look all right. I might, if I were really getting after it, put a little fillet on these lines to make it a little more blade-like. I might sharpen that out and do some geometry. I'm going to skip that right now. Let's concentrate on the steak, not the pea, shall we? All right. So now I'm going to make a hole that turns, that angles slightly, that will accept this, and this will go into the hub. I'll do a pattern of that whole circular pattern and do 3 of them, and then I'll do 3 blades after I put it in. So I'm going to try to do the least amount of work. So I'm going to go back to work on the hub. This is 1/8 by 1/8 square. So I am going to put an offset plane. I don't want this going all the way into the middle. Instead, I want to offset it a little bit. I want to go in, but not all the way. I'm just eyeing that up. I'm going to go a little bit that way, so it'll go in, but it won't interfere with each other in there. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. All right. I say that won't interfere. I think that could interfere. I'm going to look one more time. I'm going to move it a little bit back down. Right there. That's what I'm digging. Okay, so now I'm going to sketch on this new plane. Again, now this is where using that center rectangle is really, really nice, children. The center rectangle is going to go right, that is the middle of it, because I symmetrically extruded and I was operating on those planes, so I don't have to create any axes or planes. I did one offset plane and that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put a center rectangle on there that is 1/8 by 1/8, so 0.125 tab 0.125. I'm going to go ahead now, and now I'm going to rotate that. So watch this. I'm going to move copy. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to choose those lines of that cube, and then it needs to do an axis. So I want to rotate it about this axis. I'm going to go ahead and turn my origin on. It's that guy right there. And now I'm going to tilt my blade. Come in here, and how much do I want that to tilt, and in which direction? Let's see, I want to tilt it as I'm bringing my right hand into it. I would want to do righty-tighty. That would give me an angle of attack that would throw air down. So I want to go righty-tighty. And I'm going to hit OK. Again, you can mess with that all you want. I'm going to go ahead and finish that sketch. Then I'm going to extrude that right out. That's a cut. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go up, let's see, turn off that origin here. So that will fit into that just perfect, and it will be at an angle. Now, I want to create a pattern. That pattern is circular. I'm going to do this feature here. For my axis, I'm going to use that one. And now I have 3. Whee! All right. So now I'm doing pretty good. Next, I'm going to assemble. So I'll go up to the top level, everything visible. Assemble. I'm going to do a rigid joint. Rigid. Yep. All right. Now I want the center of that. I'm going to go into that and hit the center of that. Ah! All right. So now I'm going to need, do I need to rotate it? Yeah, I do. Boom! 15 degrees. Oh, yeah. I'm going to hit OK. Come up here. Let's see. Is that body going? Yeah, that's going in there. That's pretty good. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and to put those others in, I'm going to pattern, circular pattern, component. That's a component. I want to select for my axis that there, put them in there, and notice now this isn't joined. I'm going to Control Z to put it back, but it is in the proper position. So I can just go as built joint, tappy tappy. Whoa, not a revolute. Rigid. Okay. Assemble as built joint. Tappy, tappy. Okay. All right, now I'm going to save this as blades. Chinook blades. Chinook blades. I'll make a folder called Chinook and put the Chinookie in there. All right. Now I'm going to come over here and then go up here and reload my recent data and see if I did it right. That's right. Let's put this in here. Insert into current design. Come on, baby. Be the right size. Oh, I think it's pretty good. I'm not moving. Yeah. Let's rotate that around. Oh, I don't want to rotate it on that axis. Rotate it on that axis. Yeah, no interference. I might have to shrink them down here after a bit. Let's move that over here and see if I got any interference. So I'd have the center. The center of that there. And then with that, I think that's going to clear it. That's when it's longest. Oh no, if I move it down. All right, so I'm gonna have to shave a little off that. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is go back to here and then go into this sketch here and change that to 3.5. Let's see. Enter. Finish. So just shorten them up. Let's see if I go up here and hit save. That'll translate. Okay. Now when I go back to the other one, I'll have a little message saying that, hey, something's changed. Yep. So click on that. I want to get that out of back end date. Right click. Oh, and it'll only change one. So I'm going to need to change. No, if I change the original, then that would all do that. So to update, get the latest in the design workspace. Where am I going here? Continue. Okay. And I think that just did it. Finish it in place. All right. So that is a bit better. Might have to go back and adjust it again. When it moves up, I don't care if it's close if it does miss. So I'll go back in there and I'm going to just take out the Chinook blades and reload. But you can see what I'm going to do to play with that. I'll stop there.